Hello my friends all over the world, wherever you are. William Poloniak here at Whole Health Foundation. And today I'm going to be making grape juice on my new Whole Health Foundation premium juicer. And I'm excited to do it because the Whole Health Foundation premium juicer has a bottom base plate that's solid, and you can leave the press up for longer and extract more juice and nutrients from your produce. And you can actually get more resveratrol from the stems than you can from the grapes. So let's go to the next video clip. I just bought a bunch of grapes on sale at the local supermarket, and I'm going to make some grape juice. I want to point out that there's just as much resveratrol in the stems as there is in the grapes. The first thing I like to do whenever I'm making any kind of juice, whether it's fruit or vegetable, is start with 3 ice cubes to cool down my cutter. So I'm going to plug in my thermometer, and it's very, very important to keep this covered either with the pusher or your hand because you don't want to blow back. And I'm going to point out a couple of tips here. First, let's do the ice. I'm going to stop that and recycle the side up here because what I want is to transfer the cold to the feed tube. Now, one thing I want to point out when doing any kind of fruit like melon or grapes is to pour them in, put them through, stop the juicer and put in more produce. So we'll start. Now with fruit, like again cantaloupe or melon or grapes, if you don't stop it in between, you're going to get a blowback, believe me. You don't even want to risk a little bit of time without the your hand or the pusher over the hole. Now remember, with soft fruits like grapes, cantaloupe, melon, turn the juicer off when you feed in a new batch. Otherwise it's going to spit out and you're going to have a mess to clean up. Now I have plenty more grapes here, and I'm going to let these sit out for half an hour or so to drip dry, and then put them in a bag and make some juice another day. I don't want to make too much juice right now. I want to point out I have 2 containers of grape pulp here, and for things like fruit, melon, grapes, very liquid fruits, you want to put just a little bit in, because when it's so liquid like this is, you can see it pouring out there. I'm going to put in only about half of what I shred in each container, and I'm going to fold this and set it aside, tap it down a little bit, make a nice tight little package. Got one brand new cloth here, and I'm going to take another cloth from another grape session, and I will put another bamboo liner in there. Looks like one of my grids fell down, but I'll leave that alone just for now. And we'll pour the rest of this in here. Now what I'm really, really excited about doing is this is the first time I've made grape juice on the Whole Health Foundation premium juicer with the solid bottom plate, solid top plate, and that's going to translate into letting the press be up for a minute or longer if I need to extract as much juice as possible. Now centered in the tray, all the way back, back it off. You do not want your press to go up too quickly. Fruit especially is very, very slippery, and if it goes up too fast, the cloths are going to slip apart and you're going to have an accident. Now once you have about halfway flowing, you can advance it a little bit more, and when it's mostly pressed, advance it all the way. Now I'm going to leave it up for a minute. So what I'm going to do is peel away the bamboo liner and reuse the bamboo liner for the next press. You can see the grape pulp is still rather wet, so I'm going to press it up a little bit longer this time. Put about half of this in here. Very, very liquid. And again, you don't want your press to go up too quickly. If you do, you're going to have a squirting accident. Now watch my technique. I'm going to fold that under a little bit. Turn this over, set it aside. And watch the folding technique. Well, it's already almost juice. So watch, I'm going to tuck this under like so, and this time I'm going to fold it to minimize any potential leaking. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to fold it under. I want to minimize any accidents. With fruit especially, it's very, very important to press it up slowly. We'll go all the way back it off. Advance a little bit, not too much. Advance a little bit. And when it reaches the top, I'm going to let it go up for a minute or more. All the way. Now here's the advantage to the Whole Health Foundation juicer. You can leave this up longer than 10 or 20 seconds. On a Norwalk, you couldn't do that. They recommend 10 seconds. On a Whole Health Foundation juicer, I'm going to advance this all the way. And we'll let that go up for at least a half a minute, maybe a minute. A lot of your trace elements and phytonutrients are in your last 10% of your press. So if you're looking for maximum nutrition, you really want to get yourself a Whole Health Foundation juicer. That ought to be enough. Now I want to point out that any Norwalk juicer can be converted into a Whole Health Foundation juicer with the premium parts, but if you do that, you will void your Norwalk juicer warranty. So I'm going to set this back so it doesn't drip on my counter. And I want to point out again a little safety tip. Don't set it back just a little bit. Set it back so it's so obvious. And next I'm going to fill my bottles. Let's see how much juice we got out of 2 half containers. Looks like 1.5 16-ounce bottles. Oh, almost 2. I'm going to show you another advantage to the Whole Health Foundation premium bottom plate that you can install on a Norwalk juicer if you choose to. I'm going to fold this cloth or this pulp into a ball, then fold this cloth into as tight a package as I can. And let's fold this cloth all into a tight little ball, and let's see if we can squeeze another ounce of juice out of this. Oh, we're down to just dripping. So let's see how much more juice we got. I'm pressing that little ball. Well, I would say there's, well, let's actually measure it. I've got a measuring cup right here. Almost 3.5 ounces. All right, let's do a taste test. A little bit of grape juice, freshly squeezed. To your health, my friends, all over the world. Remember to swish it around in your mouth to mix it with saliva. Oh, delicious. Delicious, but much too sweet. I'm going to mix my juice 50% with water. Here's to your health, my friends, and if you'd like to call me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. See you in the next video.